Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to share our work on the Edge-Native Clinical Scribe, a project developed for Harvard's Advanced Deep Learning course. Our focus is on localizing EHR summarization using quantized large language models, addressing critical needs in the clinical documentation space. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about pioneering a new paradigm for secure, high performance AI at the edge of healthcare. We've meticulously engineered this solution to bring advanced AI capabilities directly to the point of care, ensuring both privacy and real time utility. The healthcare industry faces a significant challenge with clinical documentation. Physicians often spend a substantial portion of their day on administrative tasks, leading to burnout and reduced patient face time. These critical pain points include immense administrative overhead, which drains resources and time. Furthermore, traditional cloud based solutions introduce significant privacy risks, necessitating stringent compliance measures like HIPAA. Finally, a heavy reliance on constant internet connectivity can hinder critical operations in remote or underserved areas. Our project directly tackles these issues by bringing processing power closer to the data source. Our solution is built upon three core pillars of the edge native paradigm. First, hardware optimization is key. We've implemented 4-bit normal float quantization, specifically NF4, which allows us to fit large 2 billion parameter models onto consumer grade edge GPUs, making powerful AI accessible without specialized expensive hardware. Second, data sovereignty is paramount. By processing medical dictations entirely on local hardware, we ensure zero data leakage with no cloud egress, keeping sensitive patient information secure and compliant. Finally, for clinical structure, we automate the conversion of raw audio transcripts into professional SOAP notes through deterministic parsing, guaranteeing accuracy and consistency in structured clinical documentation. To rigorously test our system, we leverage the MTSamples clinical dataset. This open source resource from Hugging Face, specifically Harish Nair 04 MTSamples, provided a rich collection of clinical notes. Our dataset pre-processing involved dynamic removal of any empty or incomplete rows to ensure data quality. We also categorize specialties, focusing on a representative subset of 150 records across surgery, orthopedics, and neurology. This meticulous preparation was crucial to demonstrate our model's capability across diverse clinical contexts, allowing us to build a robust and reliable system for real world application. Our deep learning stack is engineered for efficiency and performance at the edge. For the inference model, we utilize Gemma 2 be it, a 2 billion parameter instruction tuned LLM known for its compact size and strong performance. Quantization is handled by bits and bytes with NF4, which compresses model weights to a mere 4 bits, drastically reducing RAM usage and enabling deployment on consumer GPUs. The underlying backend engine is PyTorch 2.5.1 with CUDA acceleration, providing a robust and optimized framework for our deep learning operations. Finally, for the interface, we chose Streamlit coupled with Python's threading module to provide a responsive, real time dashboard with asynchronous streaming capabilities, enhancing the user experience. Our system's architecture is designed for a seamless, efficient workflow. It begins with input, accepting either raw transcript text or custom dictation. This input then moves to the inference stage, where our quantized Gemma model processes the text to generate initial summaries. Following this, a crucial parsing layer, implemented with Python regex, deterministically extracts and structures the information into standard SOAP headers. Finally, the front end, built with Streamlit, renders the structured clinical note, presenting it in a clear and organized format for clinicians. This end to end process ensures that raw clinical data is transformed into actionable, structured documentation with high fidelity. Central to our edge native strategy is the implementation of 4-bit quantization logic. We leverage the bits and bytes library to map our large language model to 4-bit precision. This innovative technique significantly reduces the model's memory footprint, allowing for clinical grade inference on consumer GPUs that often have less than 2 gigabytes of VRAM. Without this optimization, deploying such a powerful model locally would be impractical due to hardware limitations. By initializing the neural network into local GPU memory using 4-bit normal float quantization, we democratize access to advanced AI capabilities, making them viable for a wide range of clinical settings. Maintaining a responsive user interface is crucial, especially for generative AI applications. To prevent UI locking during long clinical summarization tasks, we offload model inference to a background thread using Python's threading library within Streamlit. The text iterator streamer then provides real time token delivery, ensuring that text appears as it's generated rather than waiting for the entire output. This asynchronous approach significantly enhances the user experience, making the system feel fast and responsive. We've also meticulously set generation parameters to minimize hallucination, prioritizing accuracy and reliability essential for clinical use cases, all while executing inference in a separate thread. For reliable and structured clinical notes, we employ a deterministic post processing strategy. Our SOAP extraction mechanism relies on a robust regex based parser to identify key sections like subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. This parser then meticulously maps these components into a structured dictionary format. Unlike purely generative approaches, this method guarantees consistent output structure, which is critical for clinical documentation where format and accuracy are paramount. This ensures that the extracted information is always correctly categorized and easily digestible for healthcare professionals, enhancing data interoperability and readability. The performance of our edge native solution is quite compelling, particularly concerning hardware efficiency. We successfully demonstrated a VRAM utilization of just 1.8 gigabytes. To put this into perspective, a native FP32 deployment of a model of this scale would typically require over 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Our 4-bit quantized NF4 approach drastically reduces this requirement, making it feasible for standard hardware. Furthermore, our system processed MTSamples records in under 30 seconds on an entry level NVIDIA GPU. This remarkable speed and low resource consumption unequivocally prove its viability for edge deployment, meeting the demanding requirements of clinical environments. Our development journey provided several key insights. First, we learned that for structured JSON generation, small models, specifically 2 billion parameters, can be unstable. A regex based parser proved to be a superior and more deterministic post processing strategy for reliable output. Second, the MLOps compatibility matrix revealed that dependency locking, particularly with Torch, CUDA, and Hugging Face transformers, is absolutely critical for achieving local deployment stability on Windows environments. Third, regarding user experience, asynchronous streaming is mandatory for generative AI to maintain felt responsiveness in clinical interfaces. Looking ahead, our future work includes the integration of specialized medical adapters, such as LoRa, to further refine the model's ability to handle specialty specific jargon and improve accuracy across various medical disciplines. Thank you for your time and attention today. We appreciate you exploring the possibilities of edge native AI in clinical documentation with us. If you're interested in delving deeper into the project's code and technical implementation, you can find our repository on GitHub. The link is provided on the slide. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or if you'd like to discuss potential collaborations. You can contact me directly at the email address provided. We are eager to continue advancing this vital area of healthcare technology. This final slide represents a visual of our demo application showcasing the MedGemma Foundation's Edge native inference in action. It illustrates how we've achieved autonomous SOAP note synthesis through quantized generation directly from raw clinical dictation. You can see the intuitive user interface designed for clinicians where they can interact with the system and observe the real time processing of their input. The interface highlights the data source selection menu, demonstrating flexibility in handling different types of clinical inputs, truly embodying our commitment to secure, efficient, and localized AI for healthcare.